We call ourselves an inclusive school because we have students with all abilities, and we need to be able to serve all those students. As an international school, I think it's part of our duty to be able to do that, and we can't do justice to that and to our students without having professionals that's what they're trained to do. But it adds so much to our school, not just in terms of the student body, but also it's a great support to our staff. I think learning support teachers bring a lot in terms of good pedagogy and good understanding of developmental stages for students, etc. And we can capitalise on that as a school and as classroom teachers as well. So I think in general it brings a lot to our school.
I think the most important thing is the fact that I get to co-teach and work with the learning support team on a really regular basis, and I learn new techniques that can support my students. I'm reminded of pedagogies that I used to know that sometimes I forget about. I know that by working with the learning support team, all of my students, not just my learning support students, benefit and are able to reach their potential because of the work that they do to help us all.
I think also, we're part of our mission in a sense is to, I don't like to use the word service, but we're there for the international community, the expat community, and I think we are seeing more students coming through with who have identified learning needs, and if we don't provide the opportunity for them to get a quality education, then I don't think we're really living our mission.
Every kid's brain is wired in a different way. There's no right or wrong, it's just different. And that's what makes learning support so great, is it's actually appreciating and recognizing what makes each of our kids different, and then working to meet those needs so that they're able to thrive. And I'll take it one step further, and maybe it's a bit strong, but I would say that if a school does not have a learning support program in place, it is educational negligence.
And I think also in terms of those students who are not in learning support, I think it's a benefit to them to actually exist with those students who are on learning support, to understand that there's a whole lot of different ways in which kids learn, and that if we don't do that, then we run the risk of having our kids live in this sort of bubble of elitism and entitlement, that the only kids who are worthwhile teaching are those ones who are academically capable. I think that's wrong.
I think really our vision is about us being true to the nature of our students. Like John just said, that we have all various nature of students in our school, and our job is to make sure that every kid has the best opportunity to learn. And I think we've changed our provision of learning support quite drastically over the last 3 to 5 years, in recognition of the fact that we do want to be true to our students, and we do want to offer them the best opportunities. And I think more and more students are coming with identified needs, and we're living in a time within education where you can't ignore that, and you shouldn't ignore that. And I think for a long time schools did just that. They ignored that, and they just sort of bluffed their way through. And so for us, I think within Japan we are recognised as a leader because we have put a lot of investment in learning support, but also we want to be able to support the whole learning support profession within Japan, which is why Senia was born out of YS for Japan. But we've got some great schools we're working with, and so I think together as Japan schools, Japan international schools at least, we are trying to sort of bring that to the fore and make it more recognised. For a lot of our students, it means the ability to be successful. I mean, if I'm very close to it because I've had 2 of my children, being supported with learning support here, and I firmly believe that they wouldn't be as successful or as happy in their learning if they hadn't have had the opportunities that they've had through the support that they get here at the school. And I think for me that's been the biggest thing for them.
I think also breaking down that stigma that, you know, years gone by, that people see learning support as being a negative thing, that the kids now, and the parents and the faculty, also see it as being just part of learning.
To be honest, my wife and I are really scared of label. Now we have a set of tools, and we know there's a lot of resources out there to help him be an awesome kid, and that's what we're seeing happen here.
And I think because the learning support that we've now got is quality, I think for those students who are receiving learning support services, there's an increase in their understanding of what their skills and what their needs are, and what they can do to help themselves. So they're not just caught in this, I don't know what to do and I don't know why I can't do these things. And as I said before, equally, there's that uptake in teaching, teacher skills and knowledge. Just to reiterate that the idea that in the past, you know, when I first joined here, there was a sense of, well, why ever do I have this student in my class? I don't know what to do. I'm not a trained learning support teacher. But now you have teachers actively saying to the learning support people, okay, I know from your report that this is what they need that will help them. Can we sit down together and work out this strategy or this assessment rubric so that it's conscious learning that they're doing?
I'm a new teacher to YIS this year, and I've been absolutely amazed by the resources that the Learning Support Department provide for the teachers. It's a comprehensive record of the students' learning needs that we're given at the very start of the year, so we can start with a really good understanding of what the students need and what kind of support that they need in our classroom.
Through all the workshops that we take part in, it raises our awareness of the needs of our diverse learning community, but also it helps us recognise different ways of learning, and then that has an impact not just on those specific children we might be targeting, but the whole classroom and the whole grade level and the whole school.
You know, they're seen as a valuable resource in our school, as opposed to just another unit that works with certain kids on the outside of the classroom. I think learning support teachers used to suffer from the same stigma that the students used to suffer from, to be honest, and that just doesn't exist anymore. It really is. It is a team, and it's a team based around or circled around the fact that we just want to support our students.
Well, there's, I think, one in school challenges in terms of resources, space, those types of challenges.
It's really hard to turn a family away who has a child with you know, learning needs that we just can't address, or you know, we're at capacity. We run very much at capacity all the time, and when a new family comes in and they're desperate to get their kid into our school, and we have to turn them away because we don't have the resources to support them, that's really hard. It's kind of goes against our you know, the nature. The recruitment is a big part of it, and I think in the last 5 years, we've doubled our resources in terms of human resources within the Learning Support Department, and you can't play at this. You either do it and do it properly, or you don't do it at all, sort of thing. I think the integration with the classroom teacher is key. The ability for the learning support teachers to work with classroom teachers and train them in terms of understanding students' needs better, I think is a way of making the program wider and more accepting, but also to make it successful, because you need everybody on board with it.
And I would say that you need to have your policy and procedures very clearly defined from the get-go. I think everyone involved in the school needs to know what the learning support program is, whatever it's going to look like in your particular school, and everyone's clear on those processes and procedures.
It has to come from the top. It has to be unconditional on the part of the administration, the leadership of the school, that this is something that is important. And because if people in our position think we are half-hearted or don't really, that will permeate down to the staff. And I think the other thing is, to a school, you have to get the best people. You don't compromise on that. Otherwise, any program you try and set up, even with good processes, will fall apart. Recruiting is vital.
For our family, our overseas posting to Japan hinged on finding a school with learning supports. So the issue was not secondary for us at all. Rather, our entire 4 years of experience in Japan has been made possible with the help of Yokohama International School's learning support team.
We chose a different school where they don't have the support like this. My son would have been labeled as a problem child. He has grown so much socially and academically since ELC, but also we as parents have grown as well.
Hi, my name is Matthew, and I'm a graduate of 2014 and a YS alumni. And I am currently attending Berklee College of Music, and this is my 3rd year, and I am majoring in film scoring. Well, if I didn't get learning support, then I wouldn't have achieved my goals, and I'm really glad that I took learning support. I was only thinking about getting accepted to Berklee, so I worked and I worked and I worked to achieve that goal, and that goal actually came true, so I'm really happy right now. From the student's point of view of taking learning support, and what I learned by taking LS, and what the students will learn by taking learning support is organization, academic, and communication skills. Since I'm a hands-on and I like to think creativity, I use creativity to understand certain assignments. And for communications, I think the chemistry between the student and the teacher is really important, because you have to keep on communicating, and you have to know what you need and what to learn, and then you'll know your strength as well, so that's a big plus. And also, learning support teachers gives you 100% support, so because they want you to learn and to understand. And right now, I'm just really proud of myself, because I achieved so many goals for this past few years, and yeah, I'm just really proud of myself right now. Yeah, so some of the things that I want to talk about, share with you guys, to students and for teachers. For students, stay humble, work hard, because hard working pays off, and be yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people, and if you want to compare, then you should compare yourself from yesterday and improve on those things that you have to improve, and don't ever look back. Just keep on thinking forward, because good will come to you. And for teachers and for students as well, never give up, and never give up on us. I'm Matthew. Thank you for watching.